Good morning, students. I am Professor Prakash Sonwalkar. Today we will be starting with the module 5, the continuation of structures. Okay. Today's point of discussion topic is accessing structure members. Before we continue with today's topic, let's go back and look for what we have studied in the previous class. Okay. So, in the previous class we have studied the declaration of structure variables. Okay. Declaration of structure variables. How we are defining the structure variables. Okay. So, the structure variables can be defined in the declaration or global part of C program before the structure variables are used in the main function. Okay. So, you can see the syntax here. Okay. Then after the syntax we are seeing an example here, that is to store and process student information. Okay. This is an example of storing and processing the student information. Yes, you can see here how the declaration of structure variable is done. Okay. This is done in the declaration part or the global part. Okay. Here struct student is the declaration of the structure. Okay. This is one of the example. Okay. Then next topic what you have discussed in yesterday's class is initialization of structure variable. Okay. How structure variables are initialized. Okay. Here the structure variables can be assigned with values at compile or runtime. Okay. This is the syntax here, struct. Okay. This is the structure name, then the tag name. Okay. This is again a variable type, and then you can have the multiple list of values here. Okay. So, in this here, like at compile time, this is one of the example. You can see here struct student. Okay. This is the structure type. Then under that we are initializing, that is roll number of integer type, name of character type, this is of string, then marks is again of integer type, then grade can be A, B, C, D. So, that is again a character type. Okay. So, this is the portion of initialization. Then you can see that struct student here, S is equal to, okay, opening with the bracket, 101 is roll number, and then name John, and then 600, that is the marks, and grade is A. Okay. So, this is the at compile time type. Okay. Then coming to at runtime. Runtime is when the program is running, we are using the printf statement and scanf statement, and we are entering the values at the runtime. Okay. The initial part is similar to the compile time, that is struct student, then opening with the bracket, and then integer type, that is roll number, character, that is name, and marks again in integers. So, this is similar to the previous compile type. Okay. Here you can see that this is very important, struct student. Yes, here we are using for only one student. Okay. Here next statement is printf enter student roll number, name and marks. Okay. So, as the program is running, when it comes at this point, it will ask to enter the student roll number, name and marks. Okay. So, this is printf statement will give the message on the screen. Okay. Then using the scanf statement, what we are doing is we are reading, okay, roll number, that is %d, that is in integer type, then name, that is string type, okay, and then the marks. Okay. So, this is happening in the runtime. So, this is type of runtime. You can see the output here. Enter student roll number, that is name and marks is printed on the screen using the printf statement, and using the scanf statement you are entering through the keyboard the roll number, the name and the marks. Okay. So, this is what you have studied in the last class, and also we have studied a example of reading and displaying student information by using structure. Okay. This is also we have studied the program in the last class. Here we are using the library function include studio.h, then we are having the integer main function which is returning the integer values, and then opening the bracket and starting with the structure. Okay. So, here you can see integer roll number, character name, float average. Okay. Average we are using the floating type here. Okay. Then coming to the next, that is printf enter student roll number, and we are entering the student roll number using keyboard, and that is read by the scanf statement. Like that we are asking to enter the student name using printf statement, and then what we are entering through the keyboard, that is read by the scanf statement. Like that average marks is read. Then we are also printing the student details. Okay. That is using the below commands, printf roll number we are printing, printf name we are printing, and then printf average marks. Okay. This is what is the expected output. Enter student roll number, what you get on the screen, and 101 what we are entering from the keyboard. Okay. That is using scanf we are getting 101 as the roll number. Then next is the student name. Enter student name, this is using the printf statement, and Thomas, that is entered by the keyboard. Okay. Then average marks, that is average is calculated, that is again typed by the keyboard. Okay. Then you will be getting the output like below using the printf statement also, that is students details, roll number is equal to 101, name is equal to Thomas, average marks equal to 69. Okay. This is like a example for the runtime. Okay. So, this is what we have studied up to last class, and today we will be continuing with the next topic, that is accessing structure members. Okay. How we are going to access the structure members. Okay. Here the programmer makes the use of dot operator. Okay. This is important, dot operator. We are using the dot operator to access the individual member of the structure variable. Okay. So, dot operator we are using to access, here it is individual member of the structure variable. Okay. Here the syntax for this is structure variable. Okay. Structure variable dot member name. Okay. Here we are able to see the syntax, structure variable, the member name. Structure variable, that is in the previous example you have seen s dot is the structure variable, member name, that is the roll number, the name, the marks, so anything like that. Okay, that is a member name. So we will see an example here. This is a simple example for dot operator. Here struct student, this is a type of a structure. Okay, structure type is student, struct is a keyword. Then we are opening with the flower bracket, and then we are initializing roll number of integer values. Okay, here we are reading the roll number, which is integer type, and then next is the name. Okay, here it is a string character. Okay, so we are using the character type. Then marks, marks is again in the integer format, so this is the integer type. Okay, then coming to the next line, that is struct student, this is for one of the student, S is equal to 101, that is roll number, name is John, and 600 is the marks. Okay, so this is all what we are reading from information of one student using the structure. Okay, so here we are again printing what is been available or read from the structure. It is printing the roll number. Okay, so you can see here S dot roll number. Okay, here S dot roll number is the S dot operator, that is the structure variable, and the member name. S dot is the structure variable and member name is the roll number. Okay, so again we are printing the name, that is again S dot name. Here is the syntax example of the structure. Then marks. Okay, so this is how we are accessing the structure members, that is the individual members. Here one member is roll number. Okay, so S dot operator we are using to access that particular structure member. Roll number is one of the member. Like that, S dot name, here name is again a individual member, we are accessing it using the S dot operator. Okay, then marks is again an individual member, we are accessing marks using the S dot operator. Okay, so printf statement, using that we are printing this roll number, name and marks on the screen. Okay, yes. Then we move on to the next topic, that is nested structure. Okay, here nested structure means the C language permits the programmer to nest structure within one another. Okay, what we are doing is, one structure is there, we are having one more structure inside that particular structure. Okay, like that it can consist of structure within a structure, and there is no limitation to that. Okay, here we can see that one structure can contain another structure member within that. Okay, here we can see the example, that is struct data. Okay, this is struct data, date, that is one of the structure type, date is one of the structure type. Here this is of integer type, dd that is date, that is month, and yy is year. Okay, struct data is one of the structure. Then next, struct student. Okay, this is the structure of a student, that is we can see here the name. Okay, and then next we are also having struct data, date of birth. Okay, so we are copying the name John, okay, using string copy command with s dot f name. Okay, that is the first name, s dot operator we are using, and we are reading the name. Then next we are seeing that s dot date of birth, dot dd, that is equal to 1, that is the date. Then s dot date of birth dot that is the month, and s dot date of birth dot is 1960, this is the year. So, this is the example of having one structure among the other. Okay. One structure can contain another structure member within it. Okay. Your